Life a la Latina presenta Socialiciando. Sí, socialiciando.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Good, Matthias. What's going on?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I got to see a bit of the show for an interview, part of the research. I thought it was really funny. I'm a big fan of the mockumentary format kind of comedies, and I thought setting one in a hospital was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to kind of get your take on who your character is before we started.
Sure. Well, Bruce Schweitz is the guy who plays a trauma surgeon at St. Denis. He has, how do I put this delicately? He has a robust ego, and which comes in handy when you're a surgeon. You can't second guess yourself. You've got to make split-second decisions and be confident in those. And one thing Bruce isn't lacking is confidence. If you were to ask Bruce would tell you that St. Denis Medical is about him and the people who work under him. But it is not that. It is in reality an ensemble where we all work together. But but Bruce is an amazing doctor. Just ask him.
Well, he does definitely. I would say he has a robust ego, but I think you did a great job with it, and your American accent's really good. Like I'm usually when I know, because I knew you from before from like Mortal Kombat and stuff, and
Wow.
I knew you were Aussie, but like I was looking, okay, where's the flaw in this American accent? But I just couldn't find it. You did a great job. So I kind of wanted to
That's
know.
high praise. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I wanted to know how your preparation was in doing the American accent. You have a dialect coach. How long did it take?
No, well, I lived in LA for 15 years, so I was there for an awfully long time. Became a citizen, so I am an American citizen as well, which is great. I love the country, and but when perhaps the thing that I do that not everyone does is that when I'm on set, I stay in the American accent all day on. Yeah, so during lunch and when the cast and I are talking, we're just off. So once I drive through the Universal gates in the morning, I don't lose the accent. So a lot of the crew have actually never heard me with my natural Australian accent, because the only time we ever interact is when I'm working, and when I'm working, I'm never out of the American accent. So that just helps me because the energy of St. Denis is very fast. We're encouraged at times to improvise, and I just need my mouth to move as fast as my brain does sometimes, and it's a lot easier for me if I just lock in and don't leave it until the end of the day.
And did you work with a dialect coach for it?
I didn't. I mean, I got to be honest. Ever since I was a little kid, I would just stare at the screen and just look at sitcoms like, Golden Girls and Cheers and Family Ties, and I would emulate the American accent just growing up, much to the chagrin of my parents, who, I would drive them crazy. Like we'd be having dinner and I'd be talking in an American accent, and they would just be going, "Why are you talking like that?" I just was an America-phile ever since I was a kid. I just sort of loved the syntax and the cadence and the musicality of the American accent, and in fact comedy, as I learned comedy, I kind of only learned it in the American voice because they were all the shows I was watching, and so it just made more. Yeah, it wasn't a dialect coach. It was just monkey see, monkey do. I was just sort of mimicking ever since I was old enough to talk.
Well, that's very impressive. I can't let you go without asking you about Mortal Kombat. I'm like a massive fan. I grew up playing the games. I adored your performance as Kano. I thought you were brilliant in it. And I wanted to ask you, because last time we saw him, he was not in a good way. So I did want to ask you how he'll be doing in the next time we see him. How will he be different?
Yeah, you're right. He's seen better days at the end of Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, let's just say Kano 2.0. There's you're not the same person after you die. You learn a thing or two. So yeah, there is certainly a psychological evolution for the kind of, but that remains in keeping with the narrative of the games. We never leave that the truth of that, the world of the games.
That I'm so glad to hear that. As a massive fan and a big lover of the first movie, I do want to say thank you for bringing Kane
Thank
to
you.
life so well, and I can't wait to see you in more of Saint Denis and Mortal Kombat. It's a pleasure
Oh,
talking
thanks.
to you.
You too, man.
Have a good one.
You too.